Big full sir.
Yeah, we can.
Can sit. You can sit on your lap. You cannot touch them, but you cannot touch the board. You're not supposed to. No, they yes. Marta.
Come, moon. Come here. Come, moon.
So beautiful.
Okay.
Ajahn, thank you so much for welcoming.
Always welcome everyone.
And I've been the second time for me here, and yeah, I feel that here we really can go very deeply into the practice, and it feels like you're cutting through many concepts and idealizations about what is meditation and what is Vipassana, and really connect us to the true nature. Yes, so I would like to have this interview because one of the projects we co-create with many people is called the Creators of New Earth. It's those people who dedicate their life and their activities to conscious social projects, to creating communities, to if it's a new technology, it's a technology with respect for the earth. So new education system, new governance and economic system. So it's like the new earth vision, which is not new really. It's
It's new. It's happening.
It's happening.
When actually Buddha was talking about this idea already, about the new earth. The new earth, what happens when you start your mindfulness. When you start your mindfulness, the new earth is already started. You don't need to say that that's the new earth in the next 10 years. But when you change your dimensions of your mind, the new earth is beginning. In every you breathing, in every step that you are alive and you know how to see the world, you become more happy. One thing that I told you, we cannot change everyone. Everything will be what they are, as the nature currents of cause and effect, and the cause of beings. We don't need to expect something to appear, but we start the right now. Start the right now. So the new world is already here. It's already started. So when you have people, you inspire them to originate the new dimension of the world in here. The world already changing. And then when you inspire people, people will trust each other. When they trust each other, the world is already changed. It's becoming new. And I told you, everything is ending and everything is growing. So the new world is always.
It's always within us, right? It's just for us choosing
Just
to be that.
when you believe in the goodness, just awaken your fully happiness. And everything will appearing. No need to say must to have this, must to have that. But as long as you continue on goodness, continue on the foundation of goodness, of loving kindness, if you share, people will learn, if you grow by their nature. If you keep to force and try to, sadly, try to change and upsetly, that is not good. You come on the back, to come to the old world. But you follow anything with happiness and the right understanding and share love and kindness, use the positive direction, the better world is creating all the time.
Beautiful. And what is mindfulness? Because it's such a big term.
Actually, it's about the foundation of idea. If we talk about the mindfulness, why we need to mindfulness, we need to learn the truth, how body and mind work. The problem is people don't understand how the body and mind work, so they get suffer. It's very easy answer. If you have never suffer, you might enlighten. But as long as you still suffer, you still doubt, you still fear, you still cry, that means you not really understand yourself enough. The mindfulness help you understand your body and mind more. And when you understand it, why you have to be suffer? If you understand it, then people are suffer because people don't understand the truth. So the mindfulness is the key to get them to understand the truth and become more happy.
Wow, that's a big task.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
Actually, the basic is we need to ask ourselves first. We cannot start the right mindfulness at first, but we better to make the understanding. Keep asking some question for your life. What do you want? What does your life stand for? Then what do you do? If you know what you want, then next question, what are you doing? People say they want something like that, but what they are doing is not support on that happiness. See? So they're mindful and learn and checking and doubting yourself and learning what is the mistake, what is we have to be fixed, what is we have to be changing. That's what they want.
And how do you navigate that? Because you're a Buddhist monk, but you have an orphanage, the adult school, the activities that a lot of foreign students come to study. You have a Sangha. How do you keep the balance in doing all these things? Because very often Buddhism is associated as people meditate, but I see activities here, there's it's all very vibrant and a lot of things happen. How do you manage all this?
It's about keep and not keeping. So I not keep the past and I not keep the future. I keep present. So the thing is, when we try to draw the triangle and try to draw the circle at the same time, so I'm just do one thing at a time. It become better both. So I just do what in front of me. So I'm not worried about the past. I'm not worried about the future. I'm just do what now. See, it become easy. It's not much thing. I just do one thing at a time. See,
it's with focus and dedication.
Step by step. So be in the presence. If you think still too much, be more in presence. Be more in presence. When you deeper, higher quality of mindfulness, you see deeply of the true body and mind. And what is matter? When you go to deeply in every body and mind, what's the matter? It's just a thing that appear and end. And even right now, they appear and end. What's the matter? But we delude selfless. We delude something we expect. We delude country. We delude the world. For what? And we forget the presence. We forget the realities. So that's why I told you to go to a deep mindfulness.
So it's about the right action. So we need time for us to meditate and to connect with our essence, but also we need to go and do things that our soul wants to create in the world with loving kindness. Right? So it's both ways. So first we practice and then we create and make the steps to
So you need again the right understanding. The right understanding, the right will. And leading your life with the right word, the right effort, the right actions, the right living, the right conscious, the right concentrations. So the 8 path leading you. So I am staying in delusions. Everything is delude, but we stay with delude with enlightening. So that means that doesn't mean the answer doesn't mean that you have to avoid concentrations. You have to use it in the right place and the right time, with freedom, with mindfulness. And what we're working for.
Thank you. And how Vipassana helps us? Because for many people, Vipassana is associated with 10 days sitting, doing nothing. So, but it's but how would you?
It looks like this. We cannot understand everything in once. We cannot understand the book. We cannot read 10 lessons in the book at the same time. So we keep step by step. Today you read this chapter. Next day you read that chapter. That means we have time for study and time for practicing. But whenever you finish the book, all the method in the book are arranged in place, and you enlighten everything. So just learn more. Learn even mistake, experience everything, even in the book, even someone will talk to you, even what you experience, and then it will fit, and you get the right answer. So be patient, learn, practicing, keep going on. One day you will arise, but at least you can see the sign. You're getting better.
Amazing. And I'm really happy to hear your words that the Buddha was talking about this new society.
Mm-hmm.
What else did he mention?
Buddha will really mention people to be careful. The last words of his life is about be careful. Be careful doesn't mean fear, but be careful is mean mindful. Mindful on the truth. Because the delusions will make you more suffering. But enlightenment will make you more understanding and accepting. I didn't say no suffering. They are still suffering. But you are enlightened with freedoms and exceptions. Okay, doesn't mean no pain. As long as if you don't want to have your pain from your hand, cut it out. Okay, if you don't cut it out, accept that you're gonna pain.
I hope we're in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Okay, happy to we did good conversations, and hope you'll be benefit for others that want to learn more.
Yes, so yes, we would love to create retreats here because it's a very deep practice you're sharing. So it's
Step by step, step by step. This is our map. Fulfill more, understand more. It take time, don't worry. Kick yourself into the water. As much as you kick yourself into the water, is how you become faster swimming person. All right. Then next, we're going to do the more technique. We sensing the nature of the mind. So nature of hearing, sensing, they are working naturally in 2 minutes, right? And now I give you more technique. I give you more to intend. The technique of the basic, also nursery, I want you to noting technique. Noting technique is when you start to do now, I want you to intend to mindfulness on body and mind at the moment, and plus with noting. Noting or labeling. Okay, or labeling it. The thing is not hard. This game, I also 2 minutes the same. Now, if anything appear, I want you to name it at once. I'm feeling standing. I'm feeling hearing. Standing. Pressure. Breathing, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Whatever you found, I want you to noting it. Or I want you to labeling it. Any questions? No question, right? I told you it creates concentrations. And it exercises your mindfulness. Now you don't get the right mindset, not the right concentration yet, but this is how to practice it, like a mirror. The technical that I'm teaching like a mirror for you. And create your own mirror. Okay, now we get another 2 minutes. Ready, everyone? Sitting again, 2 minutes. Now, whatever happened, one thing at a time. The game is one thing at a time and noting it. Any questions? Okay, no question, right?
Yes. When you notice it's already passed.
Yeah. It will be the past, a little past, yes. Yeah, a little past, yes. Because I'm told you did not the right mindset yet. But this is how it starts. Okay? Whatever happened, I want you to noting one thing at a time. Ready? Close your eyes, relax, it's easier. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Slowly open your eyes. My question is, can you see difference? Can you see a difference? First, do you think it's faster or longer? My first questions, do you think when you start to noting it, it's more longer time or shorter times?
Not sure.
Short.
I don't know.
Somehow you stretch out the time.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. But the thing is, depend like this. When you feel shorter, that means you have less of anxiety. You have less of doubt. It makes everything shorter. You feel free. You free from it. This makes shorter. But you're feeling longer. You can feeling of anxiety and doubt more. Okay? Or you can extend the time because you feel more peaceful and deep into it. All right? But at least the most important that I want you to see, can you recognize the moment? Can you recognize the moment? One thing at a time is key concept. Okay? One thing at a time is key concept. And concentration would appearing. It look like more locking. Okay? First you are open awareness. But now look like you become more focus, right? It's more clear, right? So that's creating power of concentrations. The thing is, we need to observe the presence and continue more times. Okay? Continue more time. But for firstly, between catching everything and next game. Next game, I want you to focus on here. Next game. And that's game you might be hearing, thinking, right? Okay. My question first. Who is noting thinking? Anyone? Okay, a lot of you noting thinking. Have you noting hearing? Someone noting hearing? Okay. Some are noting sitting. Okay, good. Third level. Now another 2 minutes. Only on rising fallings. Okay. Now it become more only on here. I want you to put your palm in front of your belly. Okay, can you feel your rising falling a little bit? Relax or breathing, no need to that much. Okay, just relax, breathing in and out naturally, relax. I want you to observe this only one place. I just show you all the technique.
Do we still do the mental notes for the sounds?
No. This game, I want you intend only one part here. Okay? Feeling the nature of rising and falling. Only here. All right? Close your eyes. Ready? 2 minutes. Only on your belly. 1, 2, 3. When you feel rising, say rising. And if you falling in your mind. Okay? Okay, slowly open your eyes. What do you think? Anyone think what difference? Can you see any difference?
I actually feel like when I feel the stomach, my thoughts also come when I talk with my thoughts. When before the test, I just try to find the sound in the thoughts because my mind is just working.
Yeah. Don't worry. I will tell you how the thing is. Anything else?
More concentration, more peace.
Okay, Martha was saying more concentration. Yes,
More
more
peace.
concentration. Pardon?
More peace. Therefore,
More peace. Yes. Yeah, more peacefulness. Yes. Yes, more peacefulness.
For me, it's less peaceful.
Less peaceful.
My mind gets annoyed repeating the same thing and tries to go to other roads that are more fun.
Yeah. Don't worry. I will explain you more. What is the trick like? Okay.
Like, you concentrate the energy of the body more or less.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. And you become more peacefulness. Yes. Okay. Anything else?
The body sensation disappears.
Pardon?
The sensation of the body disappears.
Yes. The sensation of body is disappear. Yes. When you have focus on one place, some other thing is happening. The games. I show you no one fault, no one wrong, but it's nature of the skill. I also talk about the games. When I be with the master, I be with him, the thing is he play with me, the thing that master play with me, not only teaching how to mindfulness, but the master teaching me how to balance between mindfulness power, mindfulness quality, and the concentration quality. The thing is all of you talking about, you talk about the nature of concentration and the nature of the mindfulness. There are so many things. Sometimes you have high level of mindfulness and low concentration. What happened? If you higher,
restless.
If you have mindfulness, more high level of mindfulness and low concentration, a lot
restless.
of things is appearing. Yes. Can they say doubtful anxiety is appear more? Is what you are. Nothing wrong. And when the Martha will say peacefulness and you are say like concentrations and awareness, low awareness, right? This is B. See, can you see the level of concentration and level of mindfulness difference? The thing is appearing is the different feelings, even in the same class, because we have different level of consciousness and the level of concentration. That's why. See, this is how it works. This is how the thing works. This is how a difference. The thing that master want you to have is any balance of the mindfulness and concentrations.
How do you know? How do you know when you're in balance?
So when you get the balance, you will be in the very moment. You will be in very moment and not attached on the moment. If you have concentration, you will be in the moment, but you hold the moment. That's it how the concentration look like. But when you have less concentrations, you always run around too fast. Okay? So you have to adjust the level of the mindfulness and concentration. The thing is, you can have high level of concentrations and the very specific of the moment is peacefulness. In every time, I told you if you are balancing it, it's clear. The mindfulness is name of clear. And the concentration means hold. And we need only moment. Don't hold in the moment. Don't hold to not holding over the moment. If you hold over the moment, you're using too much power of concentrations. Okay? So
could you repeat that?
When you use too much of concentration, you hold the moment. You expect the moment. You better to clear mindfulness help is clear. And the concentration like catching, and then let it go. Catch it, let it go.
Then too much mindfulness or too little mindfulness, what are the symptoms?
If you have a lot too much of mindfulness, it's so fast, like a sixth sense is so appearing. Look like the sound so loud and the pictures come approaching, everything is messy. All right. When you become more higher mindfulness, it's everything like messy, pushing, hearing, thinking, what the hell is that? It's so messy. It's unclear. It's like everything's come together. But when you are clear, picking, and the right one. Okay.
And weak mindfulness then?
Weak mindfulness, blur, like a foggy. I don't know either what it is. It's really foggy. All right, you get drunk. You have to clear exactly. And concentration, but you not hold too long. If you hold too long, it becomes peaceful and disappear. So you have to become. It doesn't matter. It's how it works. So the level of concentration and mindfulness is how the meditative master would try to give you to balance it. Clear and hold, but not over moment. You can hold so slowly that moment. Okay? This is how it works.
Could you repeat again when we are in the right level, it's balanced, what are the symptoms?
I look on my hand, okay? If you have high mindfulness power, this is how it works in your brain. All right. And when you lower mindfulness, but when you have the right mindfulness, okay? And then how it works, our concentrations. Look like you get the right focus. Think about the camera when the bird fly. And think about the bird fly, you have to focus, follow the bird. Have you ever do that? This is how it works. If you get the good focusing and the bird moving, you get all the clear of the picture of the bird. So that's how you have to do it. See, do the cameraman hold on bird? No, he hold on mindfulness and focusedly and chuckling. See, this is how it works. So this is what we are working to. How to know it? Experience. You get experience. Learn more observation. You meant to be mistake. You will be 1,000, 10,000 mistake, but you know that's a mistake. That's the right. What? The mistake is the right. How it's possible? How the mistake become possible, right? Exactly, you know that's mistake. That's the right answer. 1 + 1 = 3. That is wrong. That is right.
It depends.
So
Your mom and dad.
yeah, so experiencing it. And I told you one of the first trick I want to give you this one, learn to balance between the mindfulness and concentration. That one I give you. And one of the trick in Jom Tong, if you're teaching you, always focus here at first, right? Remember at first. Because of look about in the space. How you know which galaxy descend from another distance? How you know from this thing and far from that thing? How you know it? You have to get one point first, the starting point. So when you observe your body and mind, you better to seeking for the starting point, the resetter, set 0 point. Set 0 point. So what we're teaching it, when you're sitting, set 0 point here. Can you see? When you're practicing mindfulness on rising and falling as long as you are, you become set 0 here. Set the right mindfulness right here first. Set the right mindfulness and the right concentration here first. And then you can know where are you now. Add the keyword asking. When you asking about it, you can sensing a lot of things more because you have the center. You have this, they're not the real center, but they are, we create a 0 point. So we know the distance from here to where, and this is thinking, and this is hearing, this is seeing. See the center point. So rising and falling, we are using at the center of sitting. And also when we're walking. We're using walking feeling at the center of walking. Okay? And then you can aware of other thing else is not walking. Okay, you know what I mean? Help contrasting between left or right. How I know the left or the right? You have to have center. So rising falling at the center that we're creating. So that's why the first beginner, you're supposed to learn how to get on rising falling first. And when you know how to get the rising and falling correctly, then you can be correctly on hearing, correctly on seeing, correctly on thinking, correctly on tasting. You know more exactly that is not the rising, that's it, nothing else. When you know this spot and you know this spot, and you know that spot, you know that spot, what are becoming? When you know this spot and you know this spot, you know this spot, you know this spot, 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 this spot. What is coming?
Free. Right mindfulness and free.
So the spot, it means the jigsaw in here, you will understand how the body and mind work. This is how to creating the technique, how you understand all the body and mind work. Then you understand how you become suffer, how to become happy. Then I told you, when you learn the mindfulness, not only you enlightening to become the super monk or super person, no, not that kind of thing. You becoming enlighten yourself and your mind, and then you can choose what you want. You can push the wrong password if you want to. You can choose the right answer if you want to. Then now you control your body and mind completely. You know how to deal with your body and mind. So I told you, come to learn Vipassana meditations, you know exactly who you are. Okay, you will know more about yourself. You will know more what you like, what you don't like. Then I'm questioning you, what do you want? If you cannot answer my questions, that means you not aware of who you are. What do you want? If you're the one that always observe yourself, your body and mind, you will know exactly what do you want. And what do you want is very basic questions. And I told you, anything you answer can be the right answer. What do you want? No need to be something miracle, no need to be something more values, but it's really basic. You want to drink, you're thirsty, you know you're thirsty, you can drink. See, you know what you want. What you want doesn't mean lifelong to the end. But what do you want? It the meaning you know your moment or not. All the answer, you want to sit, you want to move, you want to write, you want to think, is all the right answer. But at least I want you to know what do you want. And then who wanting? Not myself wanting at all, not body and my wanting. Idea that wanting. Just an idea. Don't trust your idea. Okay? Don't trust your questions. Oh, my husband get home so late. He not telling any crew where he been. But my friend taking the picture, he went to do some girls. What happened? What do you think? a lot of delusions, a lot of doubt. What is that?
Suffering.
He's not telling us where he is. I'm calling him. He not pick up the phone. He just turned off his phone. And he be with another girl. Someone calling him, my husband with another girl. Then what do?
You suffer.
And oh yeah, you may create suffer. And then when your husband coming home, what are you doing?
You will scream at him as a crazy person.
Yeah, you may screaming at him, or maybe so. Where are you? Where have you been?
Yeah, that's the type.
You may ask him, are you straight home? Are you straight home? Are your battery run out? Let me check. Take my phone. Take your phone. Oh, battery run out. What do you charge battery? When you recharge yourself? Where have you been with anyone? I've been with some girl or the guy. Girl or the guys. My manager. Who is your manager? See, so this I told you a lot of mystery that happen and trick us to be suffer. I told you, if the truth that your heart burns is cheating on you, you no need to be suffer. You no need to be suffer. Even your husband was cheating on you. Why? You don't get any better. You don't make any better. I told you the truth. If you're really wife and husband, you know everything. You know everything. You cannot lie to your husband, and the husband cannot lie to you either. I told you definitely. The brain is so smart, but you know what? Because of love, make you blind. Even you know exactly what if the guy was cheating on you, you pretend to don't know it. You pretend to don't know it, and you have to be in front of your eyes, something like this. It's funny. But that it shows how much you love, how much you want to be together, that you want to break up. You know what? Why people crying? They just call intentions. Baby cry, call intention. The protester crying for their intentions. While I'm talking, I call you intentions. All right. So it's about intentions. Call your interest on something, but we missing understand. You know what? For example, if you want to be together, the thing that you want to know more, first, what do you want? Second, what did your husband want? Maybe you're not noticing. You only want what you want. But if you start to know what you want and know how your husband wants, the thing become more easy. It's really easy. And you can be together. And the husband know what you want and what he wants, and talking and try to be pleased each other, you can stay forever. So this is how the mindfulness meditation is not only get you enlightening, but mindfulness is showing how the trick and the truth of suffer. Okay? And stupid suffer either. You suffer in the room for a long, long time, so waiting for your husband to come back. Maybe, it's really, the girl that I went through, there's the wife of my friend, and my friend would go to hospital. Then we need to go to buy something in the shopping center to get into the hospital for him. And I'm sorry to coming late. I make you suffer. You will feel so sorry that you feel angry with him. All right. So there's a lot of dimensions. I told you, we don't have time to be suffer anymore. If you get the right mindfulness, you have no excuse to be suffer. Even your husband or your wife are cheating on you, you have no excuse to be suffer. Because it's upon you. It's upon you. Yeah, so whenever you're observing. So I want you to learn more. Vipassana meditating is not about sitting and walking. Vipassana meditating is creating the right conscious and the right concentration for you to see how the thing works, what happened, how it works. And then see your nature, see the nature, and then pick or choose the nature that you want and you don't want. I told you, you are the one that tricked to be suffer. The suffer here, who make it? Every suffer that you are, nature suffer from the body, and stupid nature suffer from your mind. Stupid nature of suffers from your mind. So learn more. That's why we call enlightenment and wisdom. Okay, there we're about. So when I get you the trick, I let you sit and focus on rising and falling here. That's as a beginner. Okay, the games is you have to get the right moment of rising and falling. You're practicing like you get skill on kicking. Get skill on kicking on swimming. Get skill on kicking. When you get, now I know this is more powerful power. Oh, look, see? And then combining, okay, seeing, hearing, thinking more. Then you become the good swimmer. That's how we practice. Keep, continue. Fall, don't worry. I will help you get on the right directions. So what we're going to do is, we better to learn how to walk on the right walking, how to put your mindfulness on your walking. Okay, one thing at a time. That's outstanding things. Right foot touch, left foot touch. Right, good. But the now room is so small, so we cannot do walking. We can do more on sitting. Okay. Now we have nearly end. So we will do a little bit mindfulness. Okay. We'll do a little bit like we have like 3 minutes. How we do? Can we extend a little times? I can give more times. All right. Anyone there have any questions? We can need more. We can give more times. Do you want?
You should send a new invite.
Ah.
You should send a new invite. Cannot extend the time.
Oh, even you will turn off, right?
Send a new invite.
Ah, okay. We have 3 minutes. Then can we do meditation as homework? Better do any homework. So the last minute, I prefer to, for the one that in Australia, can you have any questions from the Australia people first? And then we take in our class, we can do it after. Any question there?
I want to ask one thing, Ajahn.
Yep.
You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Just I wanted to ask you one thing. We did meditation 3 times, yes? So when we did for the first time, I felt like I was more happy. When we did second time, it was like not very good, or I was not concentrated or something like that. And the last one, I felt like it was so relaxing and so peaceful. So how can I take that consciousness and mindfulness in these 3 meditations?
Okay. First, we have to ask myself, what do I want? What do I want? Okay. First, you have to ask, what do you want? If you want to be peacefulness, maybe the only focus on rising, falling is very good. It's very good for you. But we are practicing on the right mindfulness. That means we open awareness, everything. We open awareness, everything. Okay. But it doesn't matter. You can tell me, okay, today I want to rising, falling here first for practicing this. You will get a lot of practicing here. But I told you eventually, as much as you try to focus on rising and falling, as much as other things become more outstanding. As much as you're rising and falling here, as much other things become more outstanding too. That's reflections. When we come from silence, it becomes easier to focus and listen. That is the nature. When I'm trying to speak silent, you are focused. So what I'm talking about, when you start to create high concentration, is also helping the concentration to sensing other things too. That's its nature. All right. So that's its nature. So you will see the truth. But please open your mind that we are aware of the nature. We are aware of we're working on open awareness, but we do on rising, falling here. And then something was disturbing. When something was disturbing, then you are aware what is disturbing you. That you know the rising and you know the falling and you know hearing and you know thinking and you know other thing too. But this is a more place. So Mother Yi, just telling yourself that, okay, what I'm doing now, I like peacefulness, so I'm staying peacefulness, a little bit rising and falling and thing, blah, blah, blah. So that is how you step by step. Okay. Now I prefer to get more experience. And then when you have any experience, homework is right here. 5, 10, 10, 15, 15, and send the homework.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Excuse me, Ajahn.
Yep.
Is it what you're saying that when we sit into, or when we take ourselves into a meditative state, we should set an intention? Is that what you're saying? Before? Do we need to is it important for us to set an intention of what we want to achieve from this meditation before we sit in it? Because that's the first time I ever heard it, and I can imagine how powerful it is.
Because we have to tell ourselves a little bit. This is one of the tricks. I have to tell myself a little bit what I'm going to do. Even that, I will follow my desire. You know what? If you're approaching and sitting right away, in inner of your desire, maybe want peacefulness, want to be silent, that go directly to silence and peacefulness. but you're not mindful of the nature. Because of mostly people that meditate, for my experience, 80% people want to be peacefulness at once. Always want to be peace. And don't like hearing, don't like thinking, don't like anything that disturbs their peacefulness. That's why I tell you first, okay, what do you want to do then? Do you want to peacefulness or you want to mindfulness? Because it needs intent. This is why. Here's the intent. We have to tell ourselves for intent to do what? Intent to mindfulness. That means you have to a little bit, okay, I will start rising and falling first. And then if anything appearing, I will go to sensing the nature that appearing. And then I will be back here in rising and falling. You intend to something like this first. Then freely meditate. And I told you one thing, we cannot continue mindfulness without talking to ourselves. We cannot mindfulness without talking to ourselves. I think we cannot continue mindfulness without reconcern, without recheck. So we always recheck. We have to rechecking. Okay, I'm still rising. Okay, and you have to recheck yourself sometime too. We cannot like, okay, turn on the mindfulness and then mindfulness like a robot. You cannot. All right, not that state. This 11th state can do it. The 11th state can do it, but not now. Okay, this is a beginner, so you have to learn. Okay, intend to mindfulness step by step, get more skill. This is about get more skill. Okay, get more skill. Any questions?
It feels like there's a conflict. There's intention to be peaceful, but there's a part that says, what about this? What about this? What about these things you need to do?
Because we have to understand that the mindfulness not about intent to peacefulness. We have two types of meditations. Meditation in Buddhism have two types, peacefulness type and enlightening types. What we are teaching is enlightening type one. So we not focus on peacefulness, but we learn the nature. And when we enlighten the nature, we become peace at last. Okay? Thirdly, you understand there are structure. The meditation have divided into two parts. First is concentration one, only peacefulness. So a lot of, as I told you, a lot of people, 80% love to do this. But Vipassana one, you have to open awareness, learn the nature in everything in your body and in your mind. That's not how it works. Okay, so that means if you are crying, you are suffering, your anxiety, is it wrong? No, it's not wrong. It's nature. I'm feeling, I'm thinking badly, keep thinking again. That's nature. I'm annoying, that's nature. I'm boring, that's nature. But you have to learn which thing appearing. These foundations help you to divide it. But now we start from the body foundations and you get more experience, then we talk it later. Okay? Okay.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any habits? Mm-hmm. Yep, thank you, Lola. Thank you. Thank you very much. So anyone have any questions? Okay, Abby, we're going to, maybe now time it ends in 5 as we schedule. We might set again next week, maybe.
Recording stopped.
Okay, Abby, you can talk to anyone some things. Okay, thank you.